teaching school, which is like having, I used to joke, except it wasn't a joke, that teaching school is like having battery cables clamped to your brain, and they're always on drain. And here's something I've noticed. A lot of novelists are teachers because they can't make ends meet as writers. And I understand that, except that writing can't be taught. Creative writing can't be taught. And there's a myth that goes around that says creative writing can be taught, but that's because creative writers need jobs and because putative creative writers need two things, okay? They need positive reinforcement and they need to be collegial for a while with others of their type. For one thing, they have to find mates who have the same interests that they do. And a lot of times, real creative types are so out there and so in the ozone, they're not going to find anybody to go to bed with until they get to a writer's conference and everybody gets smashed at the get-together thing. And soon enough, they wake up the next day and they're in bed with somebody, and the next thing that you know, there's something beautiful going on. So in that sense, they're great things. But on the whole, the only thing you can say is you can stand up there in front of your class and say, class, you have to read a lot and you have to write a lot. But that's really all you can do. So consequently, what I'm saying is when you read the work of creative writers who are spending a lot of times teaching, it seems pale to me, and it seems a lot of time mannered, because in some ways the worst thing that a creative writer can do is give himself too much air and light, because it produces work that's self-conscious and defensive about what it's up to. So I was teaching, and that presented a problem for me, and the money constraints presented a problem, and so I threw Carrie away, and my wife fished it out of the wastebasket and said, you ought to go on. And I said, it's too long, honey. Won't be a short story. And
had she read it?
She read it after she fished it out and brushed off the cigarette butts. Yeah, she did. She liked it. She liked it. And I said, well, what do you like about it? And she said, it's not like your usual man fiction at all.
Oh, no, you see, I was going to ask for that, because when I was reading it again, virtually every first novel, or first published novel, by a writer has a hero or heroine, central character of the same gender. Now, presumably entirely by chance and instinct, you did the opposite, that you wrote about a girl.
Well, I didn't do it by chance or instinct. I did it because it was supposed to be a short story. It was supposed to be a kiss. It wasn't supposed to be a set-up housekeeping. But it turned out to be that way, and it literally did, because Carrie was a difficult book to write, and it was not the sort of thing like, there was The Running Man, which I wrote during a school vacation. That book was written in 10 days. I mean, sometimes they just run themselves off. And I like it when that happens, that's nice. But Carrie took 9 months to write, as long as it takes to gestate a child.
But even though you find it unreadable now?
I don't find it unreadable, but it's a little bit embarrassing, because it seems, I see where the power came from, and a lot of the power just arises from the fact that it was written by a young guy who had a lot of energy and a lot of anger and at injustice at the way outsiders are treated, because I certainly knew how outsiders felt.